Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night.
Cheat the camera a little more, Alex.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the JARCAST.
Get it nice, get it out nice and far.
We're joined by the full squad today, and I'd like to say thank you to the Patreons over at Patreon. Thank you for supporting the show. How are we doing this fine, beautiful afternoon?
Pretty,
pretty swagging.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And it is an afternoon.
I'm about to swag pretty hard.
Haven't done an afternoon cast in a while.
Okay, Max. Okay.
Because my shirt looks like one from.
For those who can't see, Ruben's wearing a nice floral shirt, like Max Payne from Max Payne. Three. Does he only wear floral shirts in three?
Yes.
I'm not familiar with the others, so I can't.
No, in the others
I
he
can't
wears a
say.
leather jacket.
And that's why your opinions don't matter.
Okay. So something has happened, Jar Media related.
Speaking of shirts.
Speaking of fucking shirts, thank you, Jim. We've
That's
finally
nice
gone and
segue.
done it. We've released Jar Media shirts, merchandise, and mugs and whatnot.
The keen eye, you've already seen it.
Well, yeah, we've actually had the designs done for over a year. I think.
I've worn the shirt,
Yeah,
the
James
Argy
has worn a
shirt.
shirt.
I've earned the first
It's not quite over a
generation.
year. It's not quite over a year because I remember taking one.
many months then.
Yeah.
I remember stealing the original Argy shirt, which we were going to use for videos. I just took it
Yeah.
home with me, and I've worn it multiple times on the cast. I've posted pictures of it on Twitter.
But yeah,
So now
the
we
Bebo.
finally launched it. The great Bebo shirt.
yep. I'm wearing the Bebo shirt at the moment. If you want to look at the shirts, they're over at Teespring, which has like a cool YouTube integration feature. So if you are watching on YouTube, if you just scroll down and you don't have,
Teespring?
as long as you don't have ad block on,
Don't you mean Teespring?
Teespringles.
Tees nuts?
I'll just say the URL in case those listening want to see. I'll do my best to put it. It should be in the description as well, and in the description of the audio version too, if you want to have a little look. The site is teespring.com/stores/jar-media-store. And it's all there for you. You got shirts. There's a JAR shirt. Currently, Ruben's one is selling the best.
But there's only two.
No, three. JAR.
I'm currently
only
wearing.
2 shirts have sold.
Of the Ruben one, yeah. The
Yeah.
most so
But
far.
that's the most so far of any of the
Yeah.
JAR.
So of course we're going to take it very personally. Whoever's winning and losing.
I currently am wearing the J shirt.
In fact, our very friendship hangs in the balance.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. I just want to point out that James is wearing a very creased, non-real, bootleg
Yes.
version of the official J shirt.
When we started first in designing these, we used a different site, and we had the prototypes printed, and this is one of the prototype ones. But the newer shirts are so much better quality.
No, they are.
They are 10 times
Jim's
better.
wearing one of the new ones,
Yeah.
and so am I currently.
Friendship ended with old place. My new best friend is Teespring. Teespringle. These nuts.
T-Spring.
The original Argy shirt I've worn before is the original prototype Argy shirt.
Yeah,
but
keen-eyed
very nice.
listeners, and well, I guess they'd have
Keen-eyed
to be watching us. Have spotted you wearing that shirt now and again.
And they've asked me about it. They have asked.
I would love to have done like a Sandy shirt, but obviously I don't own the rights to Sandy from SpongeBob, so I can't do that. I might be able to draw something and maybe make it look as shit as the original one. Won't quite be the same, but well, I'll think about it.
Yeah, we've got it right.
But yeah, it was. I felt like kind of a douche earlier when I was walking Argy while wearing my shirt that had Argy on it, which was pretty.
That is a dick move.
No joke. The original prototype shirt I have is my favourite shirt. I love that shirt. I wear it all the time.
Which
I
is
go to the
ironic because you
shops.
hate Argy.
I know, but I love the shirt. I go to the shops and I'll wear it.
Speaking
I go
of-
to a mill. I'll wear an
What is he?
Argy.
He was up here.
Oh, he's buggered
gone.
off. He's buggered off.
Mm.
But yeah, we have a couple other topics. One I was supposed to bring up last episode or the
Yeah.
one before. Smosh has like an intimate relationship with Jar, whether they like it or not. First episode was called Smosh Hates Us. Came up again recently with Smosh Ian talking about
Still hates us.
Still hates us, yeah. Still hates us because of the video on the movie. But recently, the other half of Smosh,
The
Anthony.
former other half.
yeah, the former,
other
yeah, of
founder.
course, yeah. Anthony from Smosh, out of nowhere, just left a comment on the Search for the Worst episode on the Smosh Movie saying, "This is actually so accurate, it hurts." Were his exact words. Which, when I first saw someone posted it on my Reddit, a screenshot of the comment, I thought, oh, that must be like a joke or something. So I asked, "Oh, that's a funny Photoshop or something. It can't be real." And they're like, "No, it's real." So I went and searched in my comments, and there it was. And I was like, "Whoa, what a polar, like, opposite opinion and reaction to the other half of Smosh."
Ian and Anthony.
Yeah. So I thought that was neat, worth bringing up. I posted a screenshot on Twitter, and Anthony liked the fucking tweet.
Mm-hmm. What a good guy, to be honest.
Taking it on the chin.
Yeah.
I don't even know what
He
Smosh
stepped
do
away
anymore.
from it all, I guess, for a reason. And
Yeah.
maybe he sees everything a little more without.
Well, he
such-
was silent that whole time, wasn't he?
Mm.
Like he never got involved or whatever when talking about the movie. Maybe he has. I don't like intimately follow Smosh and the things they do. So yeah, I thought that was neat. It reminds me of when I did the video on the Amazing Bulk, and the director of the movie sent me a message saying,
It's weird. I was
Thanks
just
for the
looking at
video.
that. I was just looking at the bulkhead.
"Yeah, the
That's it.
bust." It's nice, yeah, when they don't take it so seriously. I mean, like, it's a YouTuber movie. It's literally called the Smosh Movie.
Like, it's
Yeah.
gonna be kind
Like,
of
it's-
a turd.
Yeah, it's cool to be proud of it and be like, no one can take away the fact that you've made a movie, you know. And I'm sure some Smosh fans enjoyed it and whatnot, and they did have it. You know, it was a professional production, whether you like it or not. You know, there's like a famous director involved and stuff like that, which either makes it better or worse depending on your perspective. But yeah, shout out to Anthony from Smosh.
But Ian still hates us.
Yeah, so what's the title of this one then? Smosh Half
Should
Loves
we
Us?
retroactively go back and change the title of that video to Smosh bracket Just Ian hates us?
Well, he specifically hates me.
Does he?
Because he's confused you with me, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
It's my claim to fame.
does he specifically hate you?
He doesn't know I exist.
Oh,
He doesn't know any of us exist besides Alex.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think there's any chance at all that you would have gone on the first JARCAST
No.
because of the title?
No.
No.
None?
How many videos do you think have Smosh in the title on YouTube?
I don't
that
know,
isn't Smosh?
because-
How many videos has he commented on saying that, like, wow, this movie actually
Well, he
epic, wow?
He commented on Alex's video.
No, he didn't. He tweeted at me.
Oh, did he?
That was the original thing,
Oh, okay.
remember? Yeah.
He tweeted at you, yeah. Tweeted at you.
pretty bad of you that you didn't give him a free pass just because he's a YouTuber.
For
Pretty-
smearing a YouTuber trying
Pretty
something
poor
new.
form smearing another YouTuber.
Enjoy the hits though, bro.
As he goes and makes another Zelda parody. Or a Pokemon parody.
Jim, what's in your mug?
Well, I didn't bring it up here.
Do that
Is
thing
there-
that they
is
do
there
in
anything in
movies
that
where they
mug?
like pretend to drink. It pisses me off every time, TV show, movies, or anything. They pretend to drink something. It's always so fucking
It's
obvious.
really obvious, yeah.
There's like no residue on the lips. They're not smacking correctly.
The best productions don't pretend. There it is. I've said it.
Speaking of, we just watched a clip from Aquaman, and I watched the whole behind the scenes thing. And there's a shot in the movie where he like downs an entire pint at a bar, and he had to do the take like countless times. So he had to do it over and over again, just downing this entire. It wouldn't have been beer,
No,
obviously.
it would've been like apple juice.
Apple juice,
Yeah,
or shit.
but like even so, imagine the bloat of like
Yeah.
having 6 or 7 entire pints of apple juice.
Jesus Christ.
And speaking of Aquaman and all the things we've been enjoying recently,
Just watching James fake drink. That's all. It's
you
really
got a fake
upsetting.
drink for the whole cast now. Yeah, what have we been enjoying lately?
What have I been
We haven't done
enjoying
this
lately?
topic in a while. Yeah.
Go on, James.
Apex Legends.
Okay. Okay.
I haven't watched anything.
You got a pretty good win earlier while we were waiting for the other fellas to show up.
Yellow fella and smeller fella.
I've been meaning to watch a few things,
Oh, shit.
but I haven't got around to it yet.
Is that the only thing
Is
then?
that it? You not been listening to anything in particular?
I don't know.
Okay.
Ruben, I know you have some things.
I went out on a limb. It was the Xbox Happy Easter Xbox sale. And,
Oh, yeah.
I bought
Usher.
for £40. All right, Assassin's Creed Odyssey with Assassin's Creed 3 remastered bundled, and the expansions for Odyssey. I was like, that's a pretty good deal. I was made aware of it by Andrew, who's been on the cast before.
Of course,
And
yeah.
I was like, well, I mean, Andrew's usually fairly, he's enjoying this. Maybe it's all right. And the ancient Greece thing is always interesting. And I played Origins. I got that on PC when that came out because I was really curious about that. So I was like, oh, this is totally different. But there were some things about it I didn't like the map was too big and traversal was too slow. But they seem to have sorted that out, and the map is still big, but traversal is much faster. You have a horse that just goes obscenely fast, so it's like, well, fuck it, I can just get everywhere I want really quickly. And so the game is working a lot better. They've got the RPG elements are quite fleshed out now.
How does it look on the Xbox One X?
Builds and all that now. It looks quite good. It's on Xbox One X. Yeah, it does look quite good, considering it, because it's like...
It's pretty vast from my understanding.
Because I look at it the same way I do like The Witcher 3, with its, it's a big RPG.
Mm-hmm.
And there are lots and lots of NPCs that you will talk to and have dialogue and things. So I'm like, well, I'll try and treat this with the same sort of fairness I would something like The Witcher 3, which is doing a similar thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not to say that it's as good as The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
They're actually quite different. They're both open world RPGs, but they are quite different with what they're, because
one is good
Ubisoft
and one's dog shit.
Because one is Ubisoft trying to like sell microtransactions and bullshit like that because they have to, because that's just what they do now. And the other is CD Projekt Red, which is a special case. Anything they do is like a special case.
That was a discussion at the time, wasn't it, when the game came out?
I was having a look at that store today, because that you can get permanent like XP boosts and things like that.
You can pay, can't you?
Yeah.
To get a boost.
Because they give you 200 Helix points, which is enough to get 2,000 gold in that game, which isn't much.
Does that ruin it at all for you, having like this weird store in there as well?
It's one, you go and press start and then you press the D-pad to go onto it, and it's up in the top right and you hardly even see it. So it hasn't really been pissing me off at all. No, the game seems far more fulfilling to just play. I'd
be curious when you're like 20 hours in, if you get sick of the leveling or not.
That's what I'm not sure about at the moment, because it's still fairly early, but I'm approaching it. But I'm leveling up at a fairly good sort of pace, and I suppose they hope that you'll keep playing it based on the exploration of ancient Greece and that aesthetic.
Great setting, to be sure, but I mean they've all had great settings.
Yeah. Not to be a downer, but I don't think there's anything anyone could ever say that would make me want to play that game.
It was not that game for me, it's just I'm done with the franchise as a whole.
No, I mean that game as well. Like, I don't like how many of those time sinks there are, and that one is a serious time sink. And the thing is with The Witcher, I know for a fact, like, all the side quests, deep story, that intertwine with one another in ways that you wouldn't even notice.
This game does not have that.
Yeah.
It's like...
What's like the writing and the voice acting like and stuff?
I've heard the voice acting is pretty bad.
Some of it's okay. Some of it isn't.
What's the protagonist like in terms of their
I'm playing as the male one. I think lots of people prefer the female one to him.
Apparently she's much better.
But that was basically why I played as him, because everything I'd seen of the game was with her, and I was like, well, I'm going to play as him then. Fuck it.
Yeah, see something else.
And he can be quite funny, but it feels it has that thing where it feels like the sort of voice director wasn't really directing them, some of the people and places. Like it was just like, just say it and send it.
Because it would have been so much dialogue to record. It must have been
some of it just feels a bit rushed, a bit like the actor didn't really know what their motivation was. So okay, I'll just say it then. So that was a thing with it. But so far, there have been some interesting story moments. It has piqued my interest, the story of it. I'd like the Spartans and shit. That's kind of a bit.
That's definitely an Assassin's Creed problem, though. Stories, like they've never been good.
Well, Assassin's Creed. I'm
how linked with the other games is it?
I don't, because the Assassins haven't even been introduced yet.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm yet to.
That's a good thing in my books.
Yeah, that's a good thing so far.
Yeah.
What about like Abstergo and all that?
The only mention of Abstergo. when the game starts, you play as King Leonidas, and in the 300 Spartans, and then I don't know what that is. I don't know why that's there, because that hasn't been explained yet. And then it comes out to these two characters that they have now that are like in the future and the present doing their thing, and then the character she gets on the table, and then you're in Animus or whatever. You're playing Odyssey properly, and that's it. There's been nothing.
All right.
Since then, I don't think they even force you anymore. They just don't bother because they know people don't want to.
They just gave up.
They trap themselves. No mention of Assassins. The only mention of Abstergo, other than that bit at the very start, was when I went in the store. You can get like a thing that makes your ship look a bit Abstergo-y.
Okay.
That's it. So that's a good thing, definitely.
They've cut the Abstergo stuff out because they're actually making Abstergo a real life company, so they're just like,
Ubisoft is Abstergo.
yeah, basically.
It's weird because in the very beginning of it, when you get it, she gets in her like makeshift Animus thing, and her hacker friend who's doing stuff is like, and something comes up that made me think of Watch Dogs. They're like trying to tie everything together a bit.
Cinematic universe.
Yeah, in that same way.
What would it be?
The Ubisoft, the Uku. Uku.
The
Ubisoft.
But it's not
cinematic.
cinematic.
Ugu.
Yeah.
The Ugu.
The Ubisoft gaming universe.
It's pretty
There
cool,
was something
actually.
about it that made me think of Watch Dogs. Just with because it's just a bit. Yeah, I don't know. They're trying to make.
Wasn't
the
there like an
characters
Easter
more
egg on
interesting.
Watch Dogs where you could go and find?
You can find Ubisoft.
Yeah,
Because
something
Jim and
like
I
that.
found it. And Jim and I playing Watch Dogs 2 used to go around in scissor lifts everywhere. And so we scissor lifted up to
That
it.
game was awesome.
And you can throw a middle finger like emote. So we did that in screenshot.
Oh, really?
Because it's really funny. and epic.
funny,
Yeah.
edgy gamer.
We're
Fucking
sticking
gamers.
it to the man while also playing the game that they have sold to us.
Yeah, for an extortionate price.
Yeah.
Jim?
Oh, well, it's funny though.
I briefly want to say that Ruben and I have been playing Dark Souls 2.
Right.
That game is trash.
Yeah.
You've been playing that game for the last like 4 years. You always play that game.
No, we played Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, it's 3
Dark
normally,
Souls
right?
3 is the one we play
Yeah.
because that one is
Good.
solid. It's good. It
I thought
feels
Dark
good.
Souls 2 is supposed to be the good one.
No.
It's the highest rated one, weirdly enough.
Yeah, it is. By like,
Ridiculous.
But all the
my theory with that
It
is
was
that,
in that
do
time.
you remember with Dark Souls 1, the release on PC, Total Biscuit
Yeah.
said some bad stuff, rightly so, because it was a shite port,
Yeah.
and people
They got pissy.
got so
yeah.
angry.
I remember that.
And I reckon, like, games journalists were like, I mean, this kind of seems like Dark Souls. I'll just say it's really good, so we don't get loads of hate.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I'm
playing
scared
it
of
now,
backlash.
it's like, how does anyone think this is like a 90
It
or
did
whatever the
also
fuck
come
it
at that
is?
time when games were just given 8s or higher. So
Yeah, what
if it
year
was
did
anything-
Dark Souls 2 come out?
2012. 2013.
2013.
Yeah, no,
The thing
Wait,
is-
didn't Dark Souls 1 come out the same year as
When
Skyrim?
did
Yeah,
Dark Souls
2011.
come out?
I
2012 or 2013?
might be 13.
Because I know Scholar came out in 14.
13
It'll be
sounds
13
right
then.
then.
Yeah.
I'll find out for sure right now.
No, but
It's missing that magic, isn't it?
complaints with the game.
2014. Oh,
Really?
yeah. Because Scholar came out in 2015 then, I guess. Well, that
Unless
is
it was like 6 months later or something.
that is fucking whoa.
But the game looks worse than the first one.
Yeah, the game does look
The game
like
feels worse than the first one.
It's
Monster
lacking
designs
the
aren't as good.
animations are worse than the first one. The enemy design worse than the first one, and the respecting the player thing has come up recently because of Sekiro, and Dark Souls 2 does not respect anyone.
No, it doesn't.
How? In what way?
The game design is just horrible, and
that
it's
the one where
not
there's,
even
like-
like difficult. The thing is, the game has so much shit in it that makes it easier, but it doesn't tell you. Like, everyone that's played the game knows that ADP is a stat. The game doesn't tell you that it is vital to succeeding in that game. Because when I
What
first
does
played
ADP
through,
mean?
adaptability or some shit.
Right.
What it correlates to it is
what it
invincibility
does-
frames
yeah.
when rolling.
It increases
Oh, right.
your invincibility frames when rolling.
So your
So at the
base level
start,
is
you have like
terrible.
5 invincibility frames, which is nothing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't tell you that in the upgrade menu.
Wait.
The only reason I know now is because I've been on the internet. But it's just like there's
Damn.
so many design choices like that, as on top of like the 8 directional movement that's
Oh,
in the
yeah, I
game
was gonna
that
say
just
about that.
feels horrible.
It's
Um,
very stiff moving around in that game.
Yeah, and like I said, it looks like trash.
You're playing on PC, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
playing it on PC. Like maxed out everything and it looks
Mhm.
like trash. But yeah. But the thing is, at the same time, I don't hate it. I don't dislike it.
It's just not on 90.
No, it's
It's like
Ruben and I keep saying to one another, it's a 5 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Like, it's completely mediocre. If that was Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls would not be what it is
Mhm.
today.
Damn.
From Software would not be where they are today. And the thing is, I watched a video on it yesterday. I didn't get all my opinions from there. I was already talking to you about how
Yeah,
much
you were.
I don't like Dark Souls 2. But so many of the developers that worked on Dark Souls 1 just gone from like the people that worked on Dark Souls 2.
From.
And it shows. It honestly shows. I don't know if they were rushed or what, but I mean, the dip in quality from the first game to the second is mind-blowing.
They didn't have the same director, did they? So
No, but not only that, they like didn't have the same lead coder or something,
right.
and the art director gone.
Well, did they come
And
back
it
for Dark
shows.
Souls 3?
Yeah,
What were they doing? Bloodborne or something at the time?
yeah,
Is that why?
yeah. And Bloodborne deserves all the critical praise that it got
Yeah.
because that game is very good.
And then what they made
Souls
Sekiro
3.
after.
They made Dark
They
Souls
made
3
3.
after
of course. Yeah.
using all the assets from
And
Dark Souls,
Sekiro.
from Bloodborne,
And then made Dark, and then made
and then
Sekiro.
Sekiro, which is the other game I've been playing recently. Good, incredible. Might be my favorite from
Rank
software.
your Soulsborne heroes.
It's really tricky, and I don't think it's possible. I mean,
Souls-
Dark Souls 2 would be
What are we
at the
calling
bottom.
it now?
Yeah, what are- they can't be
Soul-
I think it's
Soulsborne
still just Soulsborne.
No, I
Honestly,
prefer
Sekiro-
Soulsborne Heroes.
Sekiro is the most different by far, and it's the best one.
It's so...
All right.
It's just like streamlined. There's not like loads of shit. And
Has
what?
it got loads of menus and statistics? And
No,
stuff?
that's the thing. Like there's
That gets me
there's
interested.
skill trees instead,
Right.
like with specific moves or like abilities that are just passive, so you just
So-
get it and always have it.
So it's not like
There's no stat thing like
yeah, there's no
strength
stat
and
thing, yeah, that's
vitality and endurance.
I haven't played it
And
yet.
honestly,
yeah.
honestly, I think that's a really good thing.
I-
Because-
I like the idea they'd have done a game like it. It doesn't mean I want Dark Souls if there's no
No.
one to change, but I like.
But
they
I mean,
will do
like,
games like that.
It just feels like everything in Sekiro is balanced in a much better way. Because in Dark Souls, you've always been able to like grind and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then it can either become way too easy or be way too difficult if you avoid stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
I see.
Something that I'm glad about is that they've set themselves up with Sekiro to do another one because it can be Sekiro Shadows Die Thrice. They can at least do one more.
But everybody's been saying good shit about this game, apart from the whole difficulty thing. But it's well earned.
Well, damn straight,
Well,
dog.
I might get hold of it soon. Maybe. I don't know.
And you're playing that on PC, obviously.
Yeah, it's really fucking hard.
Jim, let's swap seats.
Why?
Because you can sit here.
Okay, home dog.
Okay. I don't know why they're doing that, but okay.
I've been watching a lot of superhero movies for my video.
I got to go to the toilet. I'm sorry, everyone.
That's
I
fine.
should have gone at the start. I'm like a 3-year-old on a car journey.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Right, I did actually have an idea because while we're recording this now, this will be the last episode before
Before Boobin goes home, basically.
well,
Back
but
to
also more that in terms of superhero movies, there's a pretty big superhero movie coming out
Yeah, hell yeah.
next week.
I didn't know
First
that
now.
Aquaman 2 was coming out. To be honest,
Aquaman 2 would be more
shocked.
exciting, but we have Avengers Endgame. But we're gonna go see the day it's out here on the Thursday. Yeah.
Funny enough, you dragged me to it.
That's horse shit.
No, but I booked
You
2
begged to
seats.
go.
I booked
No.
2 seats, and then you're like, "Yeah, I can go." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's 3 then."
So I went. I took a day off work for the first time since I
For a
was...
3-hour-long Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Kind of
I'm
full
gonna piss
circle.
like 8 times. I found Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse hard to sit through.
It's only
I mean,
just
that
2
was
hours.
agony. That was when I was Grandpa Simpson on the fucking in the
Mhm.
car and my bladder
Yeah.
exploded.
You know, it's the thing though. I'm losing like a lot of money from having one day off, so it's like, good job.
You can have one
how
day
that
off.
works.
I mean,
No, because then that's a week where I've missed almost half of it. It's a fuck.
Then you get holiday pay.
Yeah,
Then you don't lose anything.
I've used it all.
What? Anyway. I'm
yeah, it's
fucked.
irrelevant. Point
Yeah,
is,
I know.
and of it, none of us have seen the spoilers that have leaked for the movie, so anything we say is pure like conjecture. But I'm just curious to like
I'm curious.
talk
to
about
know.
what we think is going to happen and then compare it next episode.
What's
Yeah.
gonna happen? I think what's gonna happen is obviously the original cast. You know, Iron Man, Cap.
Something's going to happen to the original
Yeah,
cast, but
something's
I'm
gonna
not convinced they're all just going to die.
No.
I think Iron Man is going to die for sure.
I think Cap and Iron Man are gonna die. Those two.
I'm not convinced Captain America is going to die. I foresee, because there's like this whole time travel thing. I could foresee him sort of being sent.
Back because he's come from that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And getting his Peggy.
Yeah,
Getting
and
pegged
have
by
a
Peggy.
nice like storybook ending with Peggy or something. But the Hulk, what do you think what's going to happen to the Hulk?
He's got to go.
But it's
Well,
like, it almost
obviously-
seems like a waste to get rid of him.
No,
Yeah,
but he's
they barely
having-
used him.
He's having problems with being Hulk. That's what Infinity War was. Where he
That's
was
true,
unable.
yeah.
So I'm pretty sure.
What if he just if Hulk fights Thanos and Hulk dies, but Bruce Banner stays, you know, like he's wanted to get rid of it for so long that he tried killing himself and everything.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I think.
Like,
that's-
yeah,
Like
it's like a finality to it
yeah.
or something. Without him dying, though? Like, the Hulk dies, but he doesn't.
Yeah, in like a
They could-
metaphorical way.
Yeah, if they could explain it somehow.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
their job,
there's
not mine.
like a Black Widow side movie show coming out, so I don't think.
Yeah,
she's
so
gonna,
chances
she's
are
gonna-
she'll be fine.
stay. Captain Marvel's obviously going to stay. She's not original.
Yeah, her
she's
movie
the-
made $1 billion.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I mean, obviously all the characters that died are coming back.
Yeah.
But do you think Gamora is coming back?
Was that her name? Gamorrean God.
It is
Yeah, it's
Gamora, right?
Gamora.
Yeah, it
The
is.
green girl, blue, green. Yeah.
Do you think her and Loki are coming back?
Loki's got to come back.
Really?
But it's
I
like
don't
that-
want
that'd
Loki
be,
to-
wouldn't
he's
that be the
already
third
faked
time
out-
he's died?
Yeah.
No,
And
out,
Gamora
out the
should
main
stay dead
cast,
as
Ruben,
well.
who do you
No,
think
Gamora
is going
needs
to
to
die?
definitely stay dead.
I don't know. Captain
Yeah.
America.
No, but when's Volume 3 based?
When's what based?
Guardian Galaxy Volume 3.
Well, it's always based after the previous one, isn't it? So
They haven't confirmed, I guess, what the cast is of that movie yet.
yeah, that's the thing. It is weird. I guess they could replace Gamora with the robot one.
But what if she dies in the movie?
I don't think she will.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah. No, I
But
don't
what
think
if
she
what
will.
if she like swapped her place for Gamora or something? Like
Oh,
a complete her arc or something.
then I'd feel
Cheated.
yeah.
In a way, yeah.
Because I don't give a shit about robot one.
No one's
I'd give
ever
I'd be
really
okay.
gone.
I'd kind of be okay with that though,
No one's ever really gone.
Oh, yeah.
because it's like
Everyone comes back and nobody dies.
That's
in the
that.
movie.
Then that character has had like a redemption arc though, hasn't it? Because she starts off as like an antagonist,
guess.
and then the second one she kind of learns to like her sister, and then she could sacrifice herself or something.
Mm.
I could see
It's
that.
just it was a powerful moment in
Yeah. Because that's
Infinity
how we
War
got the,
when he just
yeah.
launches her off a fucking bridge or whatever,
Yeah,
and that would be
No,
kind
I-
of redundant if.
Mm.
it's just like Zoe Saldana's like kind of a big draw. You know, like a box office draw. I don't know if they just get rid of her like that. Yeah. You think Thanos will die?
No. No.
Yeah.
How's Thanos going to die then?
Don't know.
Ant-Man, bum bum.
Do you think they'll have Thor land like in his head or something? Because remember he has a comment and says
Yeah.
something like, "You should have aimed for the head," and then he clicks.
Yeah.
You could do some full circle thing or whatever, where it goes back to that moment.
No.
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen.
Okay, tell me.
Squirrel Girl is going to come back and beat Thanos, as is said in the comics.
Squirrel Girl.
I'm pretty sure
yeah.
that is in the comics.
That actually happens.
Squirrel Girl beat Thanos once or something.
I didn't know.
And that was
a
at the
character
time when
called Squirrel
Thanos
Girl.
was riding
You didn't
a
know about
helicopter.
Squirrel Girl?
I didn't know about Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl's gonna get a fucking movie at some point. If Aquaman can get a fucking film,
Squirrel Girl
Girl's
will
gonna get
definitely get one.
Aquaman got one because he's Aquaman. Squirrel Man
Yeah.
would get one. Squirrel Boy.
No, but these
Girl.
female superhero movies, they're all the rage now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wonder
and
Woman
if
was
they,
huge.
And if they
Captain Marvel.
and if Thanos actually gets killed by Squirrel Girl, that's setting up her movie.
Yeah. I'm just curious
Ex
if like
Machina.
there's going to be anything
Deus Ex
interesting
Machina.
about Marvel after this movie now.
Why
Yeah.
not?
I
mean-
only like Spider-Man really out of
Yeah,
whoever's
yeah.
left. I care about Spider-Man, but I mean,
I like Doctor Strange when he's interacting with the other characters,
Mm.
but I thought his movie.
I feel like
was
that about
awful.
a lot of the cast, to be honest.
Yeah. The thing is, once Iron Man and Captain America go, those two are like.
They're like the backbone of it
Yeah,
all.
they're the
I
ones
don't
keeping
mind,
me watching.
Like I don't mind Black Panther interacting with the characters.
Yeah,
but
same.
I don't like Black Panther.
He's not like, he doesn't have that special sauce.
Like the film, I don't like the film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the. I don't even know why I like Captain America, because his first movie's
The second
one of
one's
the
really
worst
good,
Marvel
though.
movies I've ever seen.
The second one though, in
one's
Civil
really
War, both
yeah,
really
they're
good.
very good.
Yeah.
I guess that's why.
Yeah, that is definitely why.
He's got to go.
But Captain America's gonna get pegged by Peggy. Iron Man's gonna be pegged by Peggy.
And we'll be
And
back
die
after
from
these
it.
messages.
Thanos is gonna get pegged by Squirrel Girl.
Well, you. Haven't you heard? Jar Media's now doing t-shirts, you dig? If you don't have a look at the Teespring website, we're going to have a problem. So head over there now. I think the link's in the description. No, I know it's in the description. Go now.
Welcome back. Here
to
we
this
are.
episode of the Jar Media Podcast.
Second
today.
half, everybody.
You are joined by our special guest, Jamie.
No, you what?
I'm here.
Everyone's
like,
just a
every-
special guest to James. Like,
Yeah.
he's the only consistent thing in his mind. Everyone else is just a guest.
Jamie.
Nice hat. It's a nice hat.
He looks like Indiana James's dad. Remember that? Sean Connery.
In the last
Is that an
Crusade.
impression? or-
Anyway, this is the part of the show where we answer questions from Reddit. Everyone's favourite place. If you want to leave your own questions, head over to the Jar Media Reddit and there's a thread. Just go in there, leave a question, and
Do you like
James
this?
will answer it.
Just James. No one else.
Yep,
We
just
can't
James.
speak. This is a James segment.
Yeah, this is the James Media Podcast.
The top rated question is one that's going to make us all look like dum-dums.
Okay.
From Bebo Dibby Dibby Doso, who says, to any of you read, what is your favourite book?
Oh, I actually have a favourite book.
Shoot.
The Great Gatsby.
Shit
Okay.
book.
Well, staying on Ruben's theme of like kind of books you study at school or whatever, Animal Farm's a very good book. I've read that a few times.
Wow, groupthink much.
Yeah, sorry guys for being part of Groupthink Normie Book Club,
James?
but whatever.
See, my thing is I haven't read books, I just read things.
What does
that doesn't count.
What does that
Well,
fucking
my-
mean?
Just everything's all the
What's the
time.
thing, dude? What's the thing? A comic? Manga?
No, it's not.
Nah,
just
come
like-
on. What manga have you read? You read Attack on Titan with me like years ago.
Yeah.
You read it together?
Yeah, but
At the same time.
Yeah,
All right.
And we were like talking about, well, that book was crazy.
remember that.
That bit where they talked about politics for.
I read some of
It
this,
becomes like a western, I remember.
Oh, so I love
Randomly?
it.
Yeah, there's like burnout action going on at some point, and horses.
Don't you remember? Did you get to that point where there's like a saloon and this character like comes in and then he's like dual wielding pistols or some crazy shit? And I was
The
just like,
fuck?
that's when I stopped reading. I was like, fuck this, man.
My favorite book is Mr. Happy.
Mr. Nice.
You know the Mr.
yeah.
Yes. I
Um,
was Mr. Grumpy.
Yeah, do Lego instruction manuals count?
I was actually going to say my favourite book's the Sonic Heroes manual. Specifically.
Do you remember when I used to call the Lego instruction manuals Lego construction manuals?
Yes, I remember that.
No?
Just like how I get mixed up with what is the ground and what is the floor.
Yeah, but that's like fucking whatever.
And engineers and ODSTs in Halo Wars. Specifically.
That was just where like two connections in my brain were just completely wrong. They were just the wrong way around and I couldn't do anything about it.
Yes, you could.
Guy died.
Yeah. That would have been dramatic.
Well, hang on. Someone replied saying, I asked him this once. Jamie said he'd recently read The Android's Dream and the rest were illiterate. That wasn't Jim. That was me who was reading that.
I'm not illiterate. I just don't read books.
That's
I
the
read
Blade
articles
Runner.
about
Even here.
science.
Yeah, that was ages ago. That's when I was reading, that's what Blade Runner is based on.
Yeah.
Alex likes reading fan fictions of Blade Runner.
Not true.
What's the last thing you read?
I was just reading some stuff on.
Come on, be honest.
What?
Just say. This is a judge-free zone. This just missing Ruben
none
out
of
so
us.
Ruben can judge.
None of us are qualified as barristers, judges, solicitors, any of it. So this is a judge-free zone. We're not.
I think I was
That's
just
actually true, yeah.
I was just reading stuff about German politics. That's what I was reading about
Fuck's
that.
sake.
Okay.
But
Do you miss magazines?
No.
No.
You don't?
I do read car
I
magazines.
kind of miss magazines.
because I
You
remember
still
getting
have
actually, I
them.
used to get Nintendo magazine. That
Yeah,
was
I got
always
the
an
Nintendo
exciting time.
magazine.
That was
Yeah,
exciting
man.
when my ONM would arrive because I had a subscription to it.
You had a subscription to M&M.
ONM. official
M&M
Nintendo
magazine.
magazine.
Oh
No,
my god,
back
you
in the
two
day.
both had subscriptions to him, and me and Jim were just
And I think I changed my
Yeah, 'cause
when
me
I
and James are straight ballers.
when I evolved from being a baby Nintendo gamer to a hardcore
To a
Xbox
Chad
Halo
Xbox
3
gamer.
gamer. I changed my subscription to the Xbox one for a little bit.
Oh, that's so.
How did you afford that?
That's just it's your parents'
We just
card.
stole it. They
Yeah,
never
I don't think I did steal it. Like I have a memory of the things I did steal, but
So I've never
that
stolen
one doesn't.
anything.
I think I actually just probably begged for it, and they were like, "Okay, he's reading words, I guess. Whatever."
of like baby games.
Dork.
Baby game words.
Halo 3 ODST
review.
Dork alert.
Gamer.
Poo on Face says, "Quick! You have to choose one country to get destroyed, or else the whole world gets destroyed." Anyone gonna do it?
Luxembourg.
Okay,
really
I'll
tiny.
take the hit, boys. I'll take it. I'll do it.
Where then?
Madagascar.
Fuck me, man.
James
No,
White.
That's fucked up.
That is
Yeah.
fucked up.
All those rare animals that live there. All those rare like primates.
I'm gonna say Germany.
Okay.
They've fucked up enough in the past, so I mean,
I'm gonna say.
tough luck.
What about North Korea?
Oh yeah. that's
Get rid
pretty
of North
easy,
Korea.
so-
Nah, Germany.
What about South Korea, just to be like weird? Leave North Korea alive.
They eat dogs, so South Korea's.
Okay.
That is a thing, right? Like they torture.
They have dog farms.
They
Mm.
they
And it's like
torture
all the
dogs to
girls
death.
who found well BTS,
It's-
you know that the BTS members are going home and eating dog. Your puppy.
No, it's
They're
not
eating
like
it.
if you're from Korea, you eat dog and you love it. It's like
It is a
that-
thing.
Is
That's
a
the
thing that is
stereotype,
there.
isn't
and-
I'm just looking at Google Maps, thinking about what countries are, thinking which one. But
Ruben doesn't know
Bosnia?
No,
That would
because
mix
if you
up the
knew,
political
if you
state.
were to destroy Bosnia, you'd probably might accidentally destroy another country because they're like. Weird.
Well, my actual one would be that one where the Pope is.
the
Not because
Vatican-
that's where
Vatican City.
Yeah, because it's tiny.
Mhm. That's why I said Luxembourg.
Madagascar.
Is that a country?
Yes, it's
it's like the smallest country
Oh, really?
in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe Luxembourg isn't a country. Man,
I'm so
it is a
confused.
country.
it is a country.
Yes,
it's a tiny little
Ruben.
country. Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
Just yeah.
Okay, I
It's
mean,
got its own borders. Yeah.
My answer's better because the Pope gets wiped out as well.
Sorry, I'm not a hater.
Alex Scott 1811 says, "If Ruben is here, how is uni going? I'm doing my GCSEs in a few weeks, but I'll eventually reach university. I'm considering taking film studies / production, and I was wondering if there is any advice you would give on the course. Cheers, twerker."
Okay. Let me have a think for a sec. Well, university's going all right. I can only talk specifically about my experience at my university because lots of film courses with production are different. I'm not going to talk about it for ages, otherwise it would just be like a boring 10-minute
Do a
lots of
lecture.
detail
I'm already
about
falling
my
asleep.
course.
You've enjoyed year 2 way more
Yeah, I was
than
about to say, because the first year was pretty poor in terms of what we were studying. I had very little interest in anything that was going on. Lots of other things. I wasn't really attending much in first
It
year.
seemed very vague from the way you describe it to me. Like you weren't like
Specific.
specializing because it was
No.
teaching such basics.
And I just did not enjoy it at all. I know they have to do it; it's necessary, but I wasn't enjoying it. And second year has been a good time. So maybe when you get there, you might have a similar thing. You might think, "Wow, this first year, this is crap." But just ask about what is going on in second year, and if you like what they're saying, then then it'll probably be all right. I mean, obviously, it depends where you go. I can only speak about my university. Let me think.
Any other tips or tricks?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it for longer.
Get sloozed.
You have for Alex? Get sleuzed? There you go, that's Jim's advice.
I mean, I've said lots of times that I will do a video just where I will prepare some things to actually say about university and film specifically, because people step into film courses expecting one thing, maybe not getting it, or don't really know what they're going to get from it.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to do it.
But here's, for example, it's a film course, but I'm probably going to be writing my dissertation about video games. That I've managed to just about worm it into my own sort of interests.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Well,
about.
I suppose production's like a vague term. You can do like...
Well, I always enjoyed writing about film when it was when I could incorporate sociology into it, or psychology, or something about it that wasn't to me complete and total pretentious horseshit.
Talk about like film students.
Film students.
Well, they're like the vibe.
Some of them are knobs. Some of them aren't. Even the ones that aren't can be knobs.
I think that's a good way to just say people in general.
People in general. I mean, yeah, that's the thing.
True.
But
Knobs,
the thing is, on a film course, you meet lots of people who think they are very definitely right.
I think a film course as well, you get people that are much more passionate,
Yeah.
which can be way more like
They're quite
obnoxious.
outgoing because they're a film student.
Yeah.
They're probably.
Whereas like if someone's doing like business, it's like, man, I fucking love business, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's not the same.
I know some characters. Yeah.
Okay.
Go
I'm
on.
trying to think of any particular.
Shout them out right
examples.
now and
Don't
shit
think
on
any
them.
Just shame them.
Just you get all the stereotypes. You get all of the stereotypes. There are people that dislike Christopher Nolan films just because they're Christopher Nolan films, nothing else. And you get people that
They're film Twitter personified.
they're just film Twitter personified.
I
And
fucking hate film Twitter. It's so gatekeepy. God, it pisses me off.
And like Letterboxd is pretty cringe, pretty gatekeepy. And that's what's
Any film community is like that for some reason.
Yeah, they can't just be like, oh look, people with a passion for film in their own right.
Yeah.
Nope.
You can't enjoy your little niche. Like you have to.
No, you can't. And rich kid Europeans, stuff like that as well.
Oh, but they're everywhere.
Those are everywhere,
University.
That's true. Yeah. I remember before Matt joined a cult. He mentioned a few rich student
and
people.
some people who just think they are much better than they are at what they do on my course. Some people that think they're very, very good at what they do, and they make films that are totally incoherent, don't have any meaning, and they would say, "Well, you just don't understand it." And I say, "No, there's nothing here."
Oh, they must watch Evangelion.
Damn. I think I searched up how to say Evangelion. I
How
think
do you
it's
say it then?
Evangelion.
But
Evangelion.
despite it all, film students are they're interesting. I quite like that I've met all these. So I know of a lot of these people. Just interesting.
Yeah. Funny little anecdotes for you. Okay, let's go.
None of them. I can't go into any of them specifically because they all know about this channel. Like most of the people on my course know about me and this channel, and one day might look at it, and then that'd be that.
Ruben, why are you talking shit about me on your podcast? What's your problem?
Yeah,
anyway, Maybell Fall Hard says, stranger or not, who was the strangest person you've ever come across and the weirdest thing they've said to you?
It's Alex.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually had a stranger danger encounter the other day walking
Really?
home.
What happened?
An old woman said something to me from across the road, and I looked, what? And then they start to come towards me across the road, so I stop and stand still. It's day, and I've assessed this person poses no threat at all. It's the daytime, this is fine. And I went to the doctor's because my legs won't stop moving when I want to sleep. All right, and the doctor wouldn't give me anything for it. And then just looking at me, expecting me to say something I just said, I don't really know what's going on here. Are you in distress? Do I need to call someone? My husband died. They just walked away.
One of those.
Yeah, and they just walked away.
Okay,
I've had that
Jesus.
happen to me before. Where I was walking Max, and Max triggered the memory of this old lady because she had a golden retriever, and she just told me her entire life story.
They just wanted someone to listen to them.
Yeah,
That was all that was with me. I was like, this person just wanted someone to listen to them.
yeah, and that's what I did.
Pretty
I got nothing.
I've got a thing. I've just met Alex.
You met
That's
some
it.
characters probably in bartending though.
Yeah, but I mean, when there's so many, they're not weird.
Have we not got any
Really?
that's just like?
Well, there was
one
the
particularly
dude
good story?
that said he. The thing is, he said so many lies that I don't know what the truth was.
That's interesting.
He was from Manchester, allegedly, and he
What was the
had
accent?
drank a lot. That I do know for a fact.
Did you not have an accent that you could distinguish as Mancunian?
He was so drunk, he could have been from literally anywhere. But,
It's actually Puerto Rican.
yeah,
That's it.
no. He said he'd been stabbed multiple times. He said that his mum stabbed him. He said that he'd been shot multiple times. and he's been in all these fights and
So you
stuff.
watched John Wick like an hour before.
Yeah.
He's the one dude where we actually had to stop serving him because he was so drunk.
Really?
Just kept
I
talking.
always
about
wondered about that. But whose call is it to stop selling?
It'd be the bar supervisor.
Well, it's any of us really.
Really?
If someone is
make an
very visibly drunk, it's like the law to stop serving them.
Mhm.
What if they get all like, drunk people angry though?
Get the manager.
Well, yeah, like
Yeah.
I mean, it's stupid for them to get angry because
Get up
you're
the
the
block.
only supplier drink.
Yeah.
Get the double-barreled shotgun that you keep under the bar.
Get the Winchester that you keep
I'm
behind the bar.
playing.
No, I have one where it was another when I was walking Argy. Argy's very clearly like a short dog. Obviously a corgi. Corgis are very recognizable features. But this old guy, he like looked at him and went, "Oh, that's a Rottweiler, isn't it?"
No.
No, he actually did.
Yeah, you're bullshit.
No, I was with Tabby. You can ask her.
Yeah. A guy really mistook your little short dog for a Rottweiler.
Yeah. No, he said it in his
A
really thick
Rottweiler's
Wiltshire
like a
Alps.
big dog, though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they're huge.
Yeah, they're massive.
How the fuck?
I didn't mishear him either. It was like such a strange moment, and I was just like, "Yep," and I just walked off. Just
Why
like
did you say yeah?
Fuck it.
because like
Keeps the conversation short. If you
Yeah.
say no, then you might get into further
Yeah.
dialogue branch.
yeah, if I wanted to like correct him and then
Right.
Like Mass Effect, it wouldn't just be
Mhm.
the ones that forward it. You'd also have the investigative ones to
Yeah.
go through as well. And
No, it's more like Fallout.
Yeah.
Where you
Fallout
can
4.
end it.
I love Fallout 4.
that's an Alsatian, isn't it? Dog meat or whatever.
No,
Yeah.
it's a German Shepherd, you fucking idiot.
German Shepherds are
Yeah,
Alsatians.
that's the same breed.
I saw a
Oh, shit.
huge
Alsatians
Alsatian.
operates a bunch of dogs.
Yesterday
Ah,
when
the
I was
German
walking
Shepherds.
here, I saw this fucking enormous Alsatian. Freaked me out.
Was it cute?
Was it white?
No.
What was it then?
They are really nice.
Like the
Got back problems though.
like brown and black, you know?
There's a few.
I know a
sitting on.
pretty big
I see the
Alsatian around
Akita
here.
walk around a lot.
They're gorgeous dogs, but I just think of Modern Warfare 2, you know?
No one
You
like
don't
if
wanna miss.
if someone starts
Yeah.
breaking into your house and then they see an Alsatian in there. Nah,
Yeah, goddamn,
fuck
I ain't
that.
fucking
I'm out.
with
I'm out.
They
Not
can
that I
move
rob
fast
houses,
as well,
but-
man. You can't
Yeah,
run.
hell
You
yeah.
have to just stand and fight this Alsatian.
And you ain't gonna win.
No.
A dog that big is gonna fucking...
If a dog is actually, if a dog,
They have, like, knives for teeth.
Mm-hmm.
no,
and they
but
just tear through
They're
you.
quick as well.
not every dog is just gonna have is gonna want to just attack people like that. You've
No,
got to train
no,
them.
It's the
but-
risk
but
that
you
you're
have-
already going to
If
be
you're
on
breaking
edge.
into a house, you have to assume that the dog in there is gonna go for you.
Yeah,
What
they
is that
will.
fucking dog?
If there's even a 1% chance that Superman is gonna kill everyone.
Samoyed. How is that?
Samoyed.
Samoyed.
Never heard of that before.
Well, they're really bad guard dogs because I was reading about.
Samoyed.
Yeah, because they just kind of like smile and bark at things, but they won't attack it.
But even barking is like a deterrent because making noise,
Mm.
waking owners up,
Yeah,
drawing
see,
attention.
Just
they-
buy an Akita if
friendly
you
and
want a guard
affable
dog.
disposition makes them poor
Dogs are
guard dogs.
bred to
They're just
fight
nice.
bears.
That's funny. Mirink has something for us. Hello again, Jar. Here's an update from the American visiting London. I appreciate you guys giving me recommendations, and I took your advice and made plans to take a day trip to Stonehenge and Wiltshire. As of when I'm typing
shit.
this, April 15th, I'll be in England in a week, so if anyone in the Jarmy is in London the week of April 22nd and sees the most American-looking girl, it's probably me. Game on. How does someone look American is my question.
Yeah, also in London. There's going to be a lot of people
So,
that...
yeah, it's full of tourists
Not
anyway.
to-
So you like
throw
wrap
shade
an
on-
American flag around yourself. And, like, I'm American.
With like a
A couple
eagle on
guns.
your arm,
Yeah.
like a stuffed eagle.
We've got one dart to hire. You can. I'm American.
James, I'm
Oh, yeah,
surprised you're even
yeah.
touching that bird. I thought you hated that. That bird.
It's a
That is
whole
our
bird.
best opening skit.
I only like it because of how much James hates it.
Just remember doing it like that across the sofa. Well, for the long-time viewers, we're playing with the crow. Anyone who can't see, we're playing with the crow that was in a opening.
It's shit on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
On the Halloween
And it
video.
that's funny
Mayonnaise.
as fuck, man.
Was it mayonnaise?
It was
Yeah.
mayonnaise. Can I have my bird back?
Anyway, James, what are you doing?
I'm playing with my bird
Why?
Because I'm a fan of Apex Legends.
Why?
Because what do you mean, why?
Why?
Because it's a bird.
No, why though?
Why?
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 I'm asking you why.
I'm asking you why.
No, but I started, so you have to answer why.
Okay.
But why?
Okay.
Did someone ask you to?
I tried. Okay, that's all I can say to that. When someone left an idea saying, from what was his name, Data Beats. Ask James what he's doing and keep asking why until he says reasons or I'm James. And it didn't work.
I don't say that anymore. You say reasons all the time. You say that now, and I don't say I'm James anymore.
Yeah, you do.
When did I say? When did I
You
last say it?
always say that you're James.
Okay, I said it like last time we were playing Apex.
Oh damn, we're gonna have to bring the mood down for this one.
No.
Rebuffed Chaff says, I have a small story about how Jar helped me with depression. A few months ago, I was in a really bad place due to a few things that happened in my life that I won't delve into here. I was so demotivated to do anything, and there was a period of 3 weeks where I was bedridden because I didn't see the point in doing anything. And then one day, my friend streamed the JARCAST to my TV. It was like nothing I'd ever seen before, and it was so fucking shit that I had to get out of bed to turn it off, so thank you. That was fucking brilliant.
Was that a true story with a
What a
fake out
legend.
ending, or was it a totally fake story? That's the question.
That was the whole thing, so
I demand answers.
thanks, Chaff, for that one.
How much truth is there to that story?
It doesn't. We don't need to know.
I need to know. I do need to know.
Sometimes, Ruben, the answer's not worth knowing.
Sponge Boy Ahoy says, hey Jar, that's the best name I've heard in a while.
That sounds like something you would do.
I'm currently in the middle of revising for my GCSEs, which are coming up in less than 3 weeks. Safe to say I'm pretty stressed and just wanted to ask this question.
Wait, what? Oh shit, yeah. Those
Yeah, man.
GCSEs are a thing right now.
Have you ever failed a GCSE or A-level? And if so, has it ever affected you when applying for jobs or trying to get into further education?
Second
I've
question,
been
no.
a listener since the very first JARCAST, and I'm genuinely quite interested to hear what you have to say.
Okay. I failed religious studies. Not
So
a
did
subject
I.
that
So
matters
did
in
I
life.
failed A-level
did.
philosophy and ethics.
Oh,
Of
A-level.
religion.
Does
I thought you meant GCSE.
is a D a fail at GCSE?
No, it's
It
a
does.
U.
D is a pass.
At GCSE?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
No,
U.
No, well, the thing is, I think D's are both passes, but no one really cares about them unless it's a C or higher. But it is a
No, but I mean,
pass.
like GCSEs don't get you into a job, like unless it's like you must have maths and English GCSE level,
Right, no, What-
grade C.
they want it as a C, but technically a D is a pass.
They don't care. At the end of the day, after 10 years, GCSEs don't matter. They don't care about your GCSEs.
Well, it depends what you want to do, surely.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's worth experience.
GCSEs are how you get to A level, and then A levels are how you get into uni.
Or into like an apprenticeship or something.
Yeah, but
How do we all do at
GCSEs are
GCSEs
fucking
though?
piss easy.
Well, they're different now, I believe.
Yeah,
Oh,
different
really?
now.
They're different now. Yeah.
I walked through.
Yeah, I did no revision. I played Dead Space 1.
I
and then
did
pretty well.
no revision. I stayed up till past like 11 at night, the night before the exams, watching The Shield, the last few episodes of The Shield, because I was like, God damn, this shit good. And then I got an A star on the exam the next day.
It's insulting.
I never did
It's
that
insulting. It's fucking
well. I didn't
insulting.
do any revision. In fact, I did like the opposite. I rejected education to such an extent that when I was in lessons, I may as well have not been in lessons.
No, that's what I was like in A level. But in
Yeah.
GCSE, like,
And
I'd pick
skipped
everything
through.
up in the lessons, and then a couple days before each exam, I'd be like, shit, I gotta revise. And then I'd do a little bit.
So you did some revision?
Yeah, sort of.
I didn't do any. I actually didn't do any for GCSE. I did.
Yeah, I did
I did a
none.
little bit of maths because the teacher and my mum were like communicating about it, so I was sort of
Right.
forced to do it.
By the way, this isn't like it saying you should do the same thing as us.
Oh,
We're
no.
just saying what
No,
we
no.
did.
Yeah, it was saying what we did.
Obviously, revising and doing well
Well,
is,
we
just
is the best thing to do.
So
What about you, James? Did you revise? Did you just play Call of Duty?
No, because we've gone over before about how my school fucked me up just completely,
Yeah, true.
and obviously
Well, you didn't even like have exams or that many, you know? 'cause you were
because the
doing
school
BTEC,
put me in
right?
the lowest sets because they're fucking stupid. No, but I was revised because I literally did. We did 2 years worth of English work, all to C, so I could get a C in my exam. My teacher didn't mark any of it. So I did 2 years worth of work in like 2 days, or like 2 weeks.
What did you get though?
A D, because she didn't mark my work. So even if I got a C on my exam, I wouldn't have got a
weird.
C because my teacher didn't mark it.
Annoying.
And I didn't do science because my teacher were like, "You're smart. Go to the bottom set of all the people who are stupid."
You used to be in the same set as Jim, weren't you?
Yeah, you started off in the same set as me, and then in the space of like 2 years went down to the bottom.
I literally did nothing wrong.
School is weird. But I mean...
I failed almost everything. Failed. D. I maxed out maths though. I
Yeah, you
fucking
did.
aced maths every exam for maths like 2 years running, and they kept me in the same set.
Mm-hmm.
Could have got probably B, C.
It's because it would have been in too much work, because I remember they linked English and maths for some reason in the way they'd like do the blocking.
Yeah.
So if you're
Yeah.
bad at English, the highest set you could be
Was still
in
a
maths
low
was
set.
still a low set.
No,
which
but
is so
in my
stupid.
set for maths, you could do the 2 papers. We had the dual papers. But they didn't let me do the higher paper, even though I was
Yeah, I
acing the
remember
other
that.
paper
Yeah,
constantly.
you were getting like the hundreds on the like lower grade papers, but they wouldn't let you
do that. It's just for completely
No, it's really
stupid.
stupid.
Yeah, that's bullshit, dog.
And then I went to college and did like stupidly, horrendously difficult maths and fucking got a distinction star. So fuck you. Yeah.
A level? You didn't go to.
Oh, science
Sixth
I
form,
didn't,
so-
I didn't do well in. I didn't do well
That's
in
what
the GCSEs.
that is the exam that I started after watching
The
some
Shield.
great
Get-
episodes of The Shield
Yeah.
the night before.
And my
chemistry.
science lessons were just sort of dominated by me not. But the thing is, there was like a year where I didn't do anything in it at all. And so then the next year I was expected to know all this shit and I just didn't. So I was like, well, I'm fucked. And that was that. Because I just hadn't engaged. I just hadn't engaged in all of year
Mhm.
10.
Right.
I was probably like depressed or something looking back on it, but just didn't do anything. So
Yeah, I
when
wonder
when it came
if
to year 11, it was like, no idea. Missed all of year 10 because I just wasn't here.
I wonder if I was depressed at A level, because
Ollie, you didn't do anything at all.
I couldn't like
Jamie,
get up
do
in the
something.
morning. I literally could not
Yeah,
find the
Really?
motivation to get out of bed.
Jamie, do something.
That's a key.
Make me do
yeah,
something.
I
Nah,
mean-
can't make me.
There were days where I would just stay in bed all day.
Really?
Yeah. Like I wouldn't go to school and I would just lie in bed and be like, if I get up, then I could have gotten up.
Right, yeah.
But if I stay in bed, it's just this weird shit in my head. But I up until GCSE, I was always told like, you're good at science, you like science,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you should do science. And then I got to A level and I was like, wait, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I find some of it interesting, but it's like, why am I doing
academic
this?
science, yeah.
Mhm.
It's just like education at that point to me just felt pointless.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not.
I didn't
And
do anything in year 12 either.
honestly, I wish I'd gone and done an apprenticeship at that age.
Really, yeah.
You bet
Or just something where I was working, and at least then I would have been like building up to.
Making a bit of money.
Yeah, I would have been making money.
You would have made money, qualifications, to then
Yeah.
get into a job to do more. Like, I didn't expose myself to the hell that A levels. I went to a practical college and did actual
Mhm.
shit and did incredibly well. Maxed out.
I
Everything.
retook year 12 because I did so badly in my first attempt at year 12, like with doing these subjects. It was like a terrible decision,
Mhm.
and then did okay the next time I did it. But yeah,
I did really badly in year 12, and then in year 13, had to retake 2 exams, one of which I have managed to do worse on than I did in the year before, despite actually revising for it. I just didn't have a thing down for English literature. I didn't really know what was wanted from me, so I could never. Exams, it was just like a shot in the
Yeah.
dark. And it's not even like I'm a bad writer. I just didn't really know what they wanted from me. But yeah, I had to redo an exam and make sure I did well in those year exams. So my grades ended up being, I got an A star, a B, and a D.
It's pretty good.
Well, the only A level I technically failed was biology, and I hated that A level with a passion. Because what I liked about physics and chemistry is that they had elements of like maths, working out a problem.
Mm.
But with biology, it was just like, what is this? What does it do? It's just like remembering facts. And that
Right.
shit is so fucking boring.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Facts is a great song.
Facts and logic. That was
no,
a good
it's
question.
facts without logic. Yeah, that was a good
That was a
question.
good question.
Yeah, it was
Hopefully
a
it
good
will help some people. We've all had a range of different experiences.
Well, we've
and-
got 30 seconds.
yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah, that one flew by.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening or watching, everybody.
Yep.
Thanks for supporting the show and leave us nice reviews and whatnot on
And remember,
iTunes.
T-shirts available now from Teespring.
Look in the description.
And thanks to the patrons.
And the patrons
always.
as well.
The patrons.
We're doing crazy stuff
Fucking
now.
cunt.
There's such a.
Oh shit! Did I just say that word? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
No, it's at the end. It's only at the start that you can't.
Yeah,
say
the first
words.
1 minute is what people take notice.
Bye.